white women in their majority, you see, I'm gonna say it again, in their majority, the unemployment rate in the white community in terms of women, it is less than 6%. It ranges between 6 and 7%. With you guys, it's almost above 40%. And somebody has the audacity to wake up and say white women are being taught to go and marry rich and all these things. I don't know where you guys get information.
Why is that we the same narrative I feel like basadi ba makgowa ba tswa ba sena le matric ba na le school leaving certificate but still are marrying rich because that's what expected from them, that's what is expected from them, and they have all these rules and regulations of what they need, but we never sing the same narrative. Lona le tlwaetse ne le batla black women to suffer and to struggle because le re bona they don't have. Why let's so
wa bona mo life ene nobody misinforms, miseducates and misleads more than black women. A gona batho ba latlhegisanang jaaka basadi ba batho ba bantsho she. Our black sisters, they get on this app and they mislead one another. Somebody would wake up and consciously say that white women leave school with just a leaving certificate, when the statistics dispute everything else. And this is where the problem starts. Logic does not apply to a whole lot of you. You guys speak on feelings. There's a lady who made a practical video, and because you chose to respond to the video with your feelings, you choose to misinform and misguide other women. Ladies, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth and you'll do your own research. In this country that we call South Africa, white women in their majority, you see, I'm gonna say it again, in their majority, the unemployment rate in the white community in terms of women, it is less than 6%. It ranges between 6 and 7%. With you guys, it's almost above 40%. And somebody has the audacity to wake up and say white women are being taught to go and marry rich and all these things. I don't know where you guys get information from, and I don't know if it's a lack of you guys not having white friends and all these types of things.
First, let's start with this one. Having access to white friends does not necessarily mean that you have knowledge about white people. You only know and perceive what they want you to know about them. You as a black person can only acquire knowledge when you observe them and gain knowledge from your own perspective about white people. Same can be said about a white person who claims that they have a white friend. Therefore, not understanding social, economics, politics, etc. struggles that they face as a person of color in South Africa. With that said, let's now talk about statistics. In South Africa, more black women acquire undergraduate degrees than any other group, yet they remain underrepresented in the acquisition of postgraduate degrees, senior academic, and top management positions. Now, for those who do not know what an undergraduate degree is, an undergraduate is a credential you receive when you complete a course of study at a college or university. Now let's talk about the other aspects that you did not mention in your video. The average white male CEO earns the same as 46.1 black women in the bottom 10% of earners. What this typically means is that while just over 30% of black women in South Africa are employed, compared to 70% of white men, most of them work in low-paying care positions or occupy precarious jobs such as call center operators or housekeepers. The report showed that the average monthly income of a black woman doing precarious work is just 2,500, which is compared to a white woman in the same position who earns 10,000 is very low. You also talked about the fact that white women are more educated, right? And also more employed. Qualified black women earn 24% less than qualified white women. Black women between the ages of 18 and 34 with university degree have an average monthly income of 13,000 compared to white women under the same circumstances earning 17,000 on average. More than this, the report shows that white people who have not completed their high school education and do not have matric certificate tend to earn more than black people who have a matric certificate. What's also more important that your white friends did not tell you is that white women marry among themselves. They do not want to marry interracially, and even when they marry interracially, they marry men who earn higher than them. They highly unlikely would marry a poor black man. That is something a black woman would likely do. A white woman, again, would not consider you unless you've entered her status and access the wealth to actually take care of her. Her being able to provide is the system that was created for her by white men. This is why white women and second after white men, because her man has the accessibility to take care of her. Therefore, she would not marry lower even if she wanted to, because that's not what they teach their kids. That is something you take from observation, not them telling you. You simply observe your environment and then you come to gaining information, or rather knowledge. Now, in the words of a wise lady, I'm going to leave you with this one.
Titled The White Girl Man. Why is this important? Because if you understand the psychology of a black male, you understand that white women are seen as a status symbol for black males. So when black males really have not too much going for themselves, or if they do have something going for themselves, getting a white woman is like getting a trophy, because it means he's closer to the white male and he's made it in.
Black men in South Africa don't want racial equality. They want to become white men in black spaces. They even want the status that comes with being with a white woman, not realizing as a black man those are privileges for the white community. So when you as a black man say things of sort,
that white women leave school with just a leaving certificate, when the statistics dispute everything.
This one is even my favorite piece. In South Africa, more black women acquire undergraduate degrees than any other group, yet they remain underrepresented in the acquisition of postgraduate degrees, senior academic and top management positions, while educated black women have to lower their standards to work for uneducated white women who are literally housewives, for their corrupt husbands whom are white men, working in the private sector. Really?